This play is about a popular painter in the 1950s who accepted a very lucrative commission and the difficulties he experienced.
In that, like, what are we looking for when we talk to other people, when we try and express ourselves, and why do we go to such great lengths to try to, like, be a part of art or, like, consume art?
Ken is a young man in the post-war New York City, and he is someone who's just gotten out of art school. He's full of excitement to work with a very famous painter and to continue moving past a very dark history that he's trying to escape.
Rothko was a real-life painter who existed in the 50s. You know, he cared a great deal about his art. He put a lot of emotion and effort into it, where it really cost him a lot of pain and suffering in some ways, and really stripped down his art, how he felt about his art, to a most basic level where he could communicate something to the viewer.
Ken obviously venerates Rothko to a great degree, and Ken is not someone who easily makes friends or has a lot of close connections with people. So as they spend time together, this relationship starts to become more and more important to Ken.
Rothko needs someone to help him, but later on Ken becomes so much more and starts challenging him, starts opening up his eyes to certain things, at the point where they're really contending and struggling with each other just to sort of coexist.
Color to me as a painter is very important and is very purposeful, and so I'm really excited to work on this play because I get to paint like big Rothko-esque paintings on the wall. I'm designing for the space, and I think Rothko is a painter who painted for the paint. Paint told him what it needed and how to kind of utilize the paint to give birth to its fullest form and expression.
So the keyword for my design is breakdown, which is a fancy way of saying making something look like people actually use it in the real world. This is something that's really fun and exciting because, like, so much of costumes can be about perfectionism, and this is about making a mess, covering things with paint, but also I'm going to see what egg stains look like for when you're mixing eggs into your paint, and turpentine stains and stuff.
In the play, there's ideas of, here's kind of the bright lights that destroy the color around him, and then there's the dim lights that create movement and magic within his paintings. And so I really am trying to use kind of soft incandescence to create the magical feel and harsh fluorescence to create the destroying bright lights.
The show is relatively simple, yet music is so important for him. Rothko loved classical music. You need to be very accurate with the composers that you use and with the pieces of music that you use, because Rothko truly had inspiration that he got from these pieces of music.
People should come see the show if they have always wanted to get into art but didn't know how.
Yeah, if you've ever struggled to understand art and painting and what it means to the creators as well as to the viewers,
You get a much better understanding of Rothko as an artist and Rothko's paintings as seen by himself, by his audiences.
We need to see art and to experience art through art, which is something that it's amazing about the theater.
It talks a lot about things that we're actually, are going on in kind of the artist community today, talking about capitalism and commercialism and how these are driving forces in art and in the world.